Welcome to FedScoop TV. I'm Whitney Wyckoff. Joining me today at the 2015 Fed Talks is Janet Schijns. Janet is the Chief Marketing Technologist and VP of Verizon Enterprise Solutions. Welcome, Janet.
Hi, Whitney. How are you today?
Great. Now, Verizon has unique perspective on the explosion of data moving wirelessly over fiber networks in the US and globally. What are some of the top challenges your team is focused on at the network level?
So it's so interesting. You know, the right to always be connected is something the next generation is pushing very hard on. And Verizon is very, very focused on making sure we provide the right connectivity solutions for our customers. We have the largest 4G LTE network in the US, already starting to deploy 5G in specific innovation centers to continue our need for speed, but also investing in our global IP network, which provides Wi-Fi and other great services to offload some of that data and really provide even more of the experiences. And rounding it out, our Fios platform in the home is really delivering some cool and exceptional content to users as well. So all in all, we understand a connected America and we're there to serve.
Oh, great. There's a lot of discussion about the potential of software-defined networking. How is that changing operations for Verizon, and how is it helping your enterprise customers and the federal and state government agencies?
I believe software-defined networking is the most important technology revolution, or should we say evolution, we're going to have in the next decade plus.
Interesting.
It does three things in my mind. First of all, it changes the discussion for IT teams that are really trying to have IT-led enterprises and governments into one not of, oh, wireline or wireless, should it be fixed or mobile, should it be a gig, 10 gig? It really lets them look at users and applications and how they connect them securely and reliably. So that's the first thing it does. Second thing is it allows dynamic bandwidth, and it allows that dynamic bandwidth in the minute that matters. Not next week I'm going to have a sale so I want more bandwidth, but something just happened right now and I need to have more bandwidth, we can do that. And then finally, it enables exciting services. Think about our private network LTE quality of service that we just released. It allows our nation's first responders to prioritize their traffic in a time of need to make sure that they can serve our citizenry. So software-defined networking is here to stay. Cool evolution in the market, and it's going to change the way we live, work, and play.
Interesting. Now, there's been a lot of discussion about digital transformation. What specific changes have you seen taking place at enterprises over the past year that illustrate how enterprises are actually transforming the way that they work?
So digital transformation, I always say, is a buzzword for next-gen customer experience. It's not really about a digital transformation, it's that people want to live and work and play in a digital environment. They want to always be connected. They see it as a right of theirs, particularly millennials, to be connected. And so when you think about it in that lens, you see a couple things happening in enterprises. One, a bit of a struggle for everyone to get on the same page. We have a great program where we bring our enterprise or government customers to one of our innovation centers or our executive briefing centers, and we ask them to bring the C-suite so that they can become what I call synonymous. So that, C in quotations, anonymous, so that people can get together and define digital the same way. Because shockingly, in most enterprises and in most agencies, when you ask 5 leaders what their digital transformation story is, it's completely different. And after all, that's the first thing, making sure you have the same vision, the strategy, and the plan. A few other things we're seeing is the enablement of new customer experiences, whether it's omni-channel and retail or a digital supply chain that allows people to manage costs better. We're seeing a lot of innovation with digital transformation throughout the supply chain all the way to the point of sale. And finally, it's really enabling security. So typically you think cyber threat would be worse if you had digital transformation, but in fact, just the opposite is true. With a strong digital transformation plan focused on your customer experience and the right business outcomes, you can also make one of those outcomes managing risk and efficiently and effectively making sure you understand how you're going to respond and how you're going to actually manage the data risk. We actually offer a rapid response retainer to our customers for that minute that matters to make sure that if the hack happens, that we're there when it does to help them.
4G has opened up a number of application possibilities, making wireless prevalent in customer and enterprise applications. With an increase in devices requiring higher bandwidth, how do you see carriers like Verizon meeting customer bandwidth demands?
So all of us are in love with that glowing rectangle. I know myself, I run most of my life off the screen at this point,
Yeah.
and most of my conversations with my millennial children are done there as well. So 4G LTE has been a game changer for us, as has Wi-Fi. And so I think as we look at our 5G investments, we're seeing a specific moment in the marketplace where mobile data, mobile viewing, you see our launch of Go90 and some of our other content platforms, has become the standard. It's no longer, can I watch this on mobile, but I will watch this on
Right.
mobile. I will consume and create content on mobile. So our LTE network, the largest in the US, actually empowers that today, but we're already out and ahead investing in 5G and new use cases that really combine how people are using the data, both mobile and fixed, to make sure that the user experience is perfect. And Root Metrics tells us ours is the best response, ours is the best network. We'll continue to invest to make sure that when you want to use that smartphone, tablet, or other device, we'll be there to connect you.
Now, looking ahead over the next 3 to 5 years, what should federal agencies keep in mind as they plan their networking and communication strategies?
So it's a great question. Federal agencies, I believe, and I spoke about it here today at this great event,
Yes.
can leapfrog actually the results in enterprise. And I base that on the fact that if you look at a developing nation, many developing nations actually leapfrog a generation of technology because they didn't have a legacy environment. And to a certain extent, the government has been very laid back in the last 10 or so years, and now is leaning very, very far in to not only stay in for the talent war, to attract talent, but also to serve the citizenry. So I think the things they need to do, so one, would welcome any of our partners in the government to come to an innovation center,
Okay.
speak to us about how we innovate and really change the game for them. Second, write that digital plan. It doesn't sound sexy, but it is. When you have a plan, you execute against it. And then finally, the citizenry, which they have 100% market share in, is counting on them to do this. So all of Verizon is in front, side, and back of them to help execute on their plans.
Okay, great. Well, you've given us some great things to think about.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for a great event.
For more information about Fed Talks, visit our website at fedscoop.com. For FedScoop TV, I'm Whitney Wyckoff. Thanks for watching.